Hi, I'm Danielle Westbrook. I am in Southsea in Albert Road in the Akash restaurant. It's my favourite place to eat in the whole of Southsea because I love Indian food. I'm currently at the King's Theatre right here playing Fairy Sparkle in Sleeping Beauty from December 9th to January 5th. And during that time, I will be spending a lot of time here eating all my favourite Indian dishes.
I went down to visit HMS Nelson and saw all the sailors down there, and they were having their annual It's a Knockout kind of muck around, knockabout competition between, I think there was something like 15 boats. 15 boats worth of sailors there, all competing, and it was lots of fun and a real Christmassy feel. But I've heard that the some of the shipbuilding is closing down, and that really surprises me because that's what Portsmouth is known for, and it's really sad. So I imagine that a lot of people are going to be out of work over Christmas and beyond, and it's not a good time of year. No time of year is good, but particularly Christmas is a terrible time of year for people to be losing their jobs. So I hope that doesn't come about because it would be very sad, and it's what, as I say, it's what Portsmouth is known for.
Before I come down to Southsea to do the rehearsals, I heard on the news that BAE were closing, and they're going to lose about 900 jobs, and they're going to keep Scotland opened. I've got a little bit of a story because obviously they make the ships here, and it's got a lot of history with the shipping years. I actually started my shipping career here in Portsmouth and in Southampton. I worked for Stena Line on the cross-channel ferry from Southampton to Cherbourg when I was 18. So I know that it's got a lot of history, and it's quite sickening to hear that that it's going to be closing and there's going to be a lot of jobs lost. And I really hope that doesn't happen.
I have to say, Portsmouth's not my part of the world, but I am English, British, and my heritage is here. And for me, the shipbuilding closing down, I think, is really sad because so many jobs, so many families. It's part of our history. You've got fantastic museums there, our Navy base. One of our amazing things like the Army and everything else is our Navy are based here. And this is where we build our ships. We're British. We're known for building fantastic craftsmanship as ships, and people sailing all over the world centuries ago. Why now? Why close it? Why put it somewhere else? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't ruin families' lives. Don't ruin an area. Don't ruin businesses. I just think keep it going. I think everybody should get behind it and fight for it. It's not a loophole that you can just shut down and close off. This is a big part of Portsmouth. It's what it's known for, and I just think if you get rid of the legacy, where does it leave people? It's a real shame.
Well, to be honest, I haven't had a lot of spare time because I only arrived on Sunday and we open next Monday. But after the show, we've been treated to some lovely dining here, of course, and we've had some beautiful food and just having a beer with the cast. Once the show's up and running, then I hope to get down to Gun Wharf Quays and go around and check out the Cascades and do all those sort of things that you do. But at the moment we're kind of focused and just basically rehearsing and eating and drinking and sleeping. That's my life.
That's the way to do it.
That's it, absolutely.
Coming here, obviously, to the Akash, what would you say your favourite curry is in general?
Oh, look, that's a hard question. I love the butter chicken. I love the Georgia special. I love the korma. I love the lamb with the red sauce. I don't know what it's called, but damn, it's good. And I love the cheese naan. And I loved the samosas were divine. And it's a hard question. I don't know. I love it all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful food. And you know what I love about it too? Often I've gone out and eaten Indian and I felt really full and bloated. Tonight I've eaten a big meal. I feel fabulous. I don't feel bloated at all. It's really gorgeous food, and I'm not just saying that because you're filming me. It's good food. You get the beautiful nuances in the sauces. you know, the butter and the mango and the korma and the red one. I don't know what the red one is, but the one that the lamb's in is just gorgeous. And there's just that subtle difference, and it is real Indian as opposed to the Thai fusion, which I like, but I really enjoyed tonight's meal because it's so tasty without being, like I say, I don't feel bloated. It's absolutely beautiful.
I'm sort of working my way through the Akash menu at the moment, if I'm honest, without trying not to put on too much weight. But I do love a chicken tikka masala, and the fact that their chicken's really, really fresh and not fatty at all really helps. Full of protein, really good for me. I don't have rice, so that's good. And I've started to lay off the naan bread a little bit, but I'm building my way up to a bindaloo. But I go on recommendation of the people that work here and the owners of what to suggest. When I've had a little bit of time off whilst being here in Portsmouth, I went off to Gunwharf and looked at the outlet shops and really wonderful things. I line up some stuff that I can buy people for Christmas. Also went to Cascades. Really like Cascades. Think it's a great shopping centre. Lovely people. Looking forward to the big German and Christmas market and fun fair opening at the Pompey Football Stadium. I think that'll be fun as well on our nights off. And just checking out the shops in Albert Road, really. There's so many interesting places. You know, the one-legged jockey, I think it's called, and loads of like antique shops in different places, and the King's, the dog parlour, and the Magic Bean, and different places. It's quirky and interesting, but there's always somewhere to look at. When I first came down to Southsea, I came for the press corps, and I didn't have a clue. I'd never been here before. It was completely alien to me, and I met a great group of people from Love Southsea, and they run an organisation that's all for local businesses and everything. So when I came back, they put me in touch with Aqua Cab so I could get a cab, and just it's really handy to have something that hands-on like Love Southsea and Team Local that gives you a hairdresser or a restaurant or a cab firm or something like that. I think every big town should have something like that, so if you're new in the area and you don't know anybody. Also had a real issue with one of my technical things, a tablet, and went to PC Ideals and they sorted that out. But everything is literally in Albert Road, right where the theatre is, so for me, it couldn't be any better.
When we have been coming to and from the theatre, we've been using Aqua Cabs, really reliable, they've been fantastic, so really nice people as well, you know. Dead down to earth. It's been great. I'm from Liverpool, and like the Panto's down here, and it's, you know, you don't really know where to go. But I've been tweeting and getting in touch with Team Locals, and they've been absolutely fantastic, telling us where to go, which is best to eat, you know, just everything really. You know, where to go shopping, you know, where to get your hair done. So it's really fantastic. It's a really great networking site, and I'm just so grateful for them to, you know, for the help.
So Chris, what's out at the moment music-wise? What's coming out?
Well, my single was out a couple of months ago, and I've got my next single coming out in March, and then an album. I spoke to James about it, actually, James Arthur, a couple of days ago, and let him listen to the track, and he absolutely loves it. So I'm really looking forward to the next single. So watch this space.
Do you keep in touch with a lot of your old?
Oh yeah, I keep in touch with all of them. Yeah, keep in touch with all of them. Yeah, I turned the Christmas lights on in Stockport with Rylan last week. And went to his birthday party and everyone else was there. It was great. Yeah, the only person that wasn't there was Ella. She's in the studio at the moment recording her album, but yeah, we still keep in touch. Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid it's shocking. I mean, up to 1,000 people losing their jobs, especially at this time of year, is not good. And you know, what's the purpose of it? And we know all sorts of reasons why, and all sorts of political intonations to do with it. But it's terribly sad. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. And hopefully there are people who will support it by joining all sorts of groups and organisations and following it on Facebook and Twitter. It has a knock-on effect for all sorts of industries, you know, not only the families that are concerned, but of the local businesses around, and of the lack of income for all these families, and it will hit everything. It'll hit shops, restaurants, absolutely everything. It's a shocking knock-on effect, and it's very, very sad.
I just think everybody, even if you're not from Portsmouth or Southsea, you know, just to get behind that campaign. If you're British, get behind it. If you live in Britain, get behind it. I mean, we had this a long time ago with Chatham and Rochester, around where we lived, and we transformed the whole of the dockyard and made it a place where people wanted to go, and reinvented it and gave people jobs. If people can just put some money behind it, you know, get in there, save history for Portsmouth and Southsea and for generations to come, it'll be great. And if you really are interested in that, you need to go on your Facebook, onto the Save Portsmouth Shipyard page on Twitter. You can follow them at the Save the Dockyard. I just ask you to share it, reshare it, get behind it. Let's get something going here and make the government realise that, you know, keep Britain, and just keep saving our history. Don't let it all go.
Hi.